Lesson 2, we are going to continue working with the sine law. So just to remind you really quickly, I'm going to write the sine law on the notes here. The sine law is sine A over A equals sine B over B. Or we talked about how you could actually put the side lengths on top and the angles on the bottom, and that's fine as well. Oh, I don't know why I wrote B there instead of A. As long as you're consistent. So whatever you do on the left-hand side ratio, that's what you have to do on the right side. When we're setting this up though, the angle matches up with the opposite side. So let's start. So I'm going to write sine 80. Okay, matches up with side length 12 because they are opposite from one another. And then I'm looking for side C and B. I can find either one, whichever one I want to first. I think I'll find side C. So that is opposite to angle 45. So I'm going to write sine 45 degrees over side length C. And then in the last lesson, we talked about cross multiplying and dividing. So we're going to cross multiply. When you type it in your calculator, it's going to look like this. You're going to go sine 45, close your bracket, times 12 divided by sine 80. And then you should be getting 8.6 as an answer. So we're going to go back to our little PowerPoint and we're going to write sine is 8.6. And we're going to just round to the nearest tenth for right now. Great. And then we'll find side length B. So I'm going to go sine 80. Always use the angle and side length that you're given. You don't want to use the 45 degrees in the C value because what if you made a mistake? Then it's going to domino into the next question. So we're going to use that 80 degrees and 12, which we are given in the question. And then we see 55 degrees is opposite to B. So I'm going to go sine 55 over B. And then I'm going to cross multiply and divide again. So when I type this in my calculator, I have sine 55, close my bracket, times 12, enter, divided by sine 80, enter. And then I get 9.98. If we wanted to round to the nearest tenth, that would actually round us up to 10.0. So then B is 10.0 meters. All right, try pause, see if you can do the next one. Very similar to what we just did. So we're gonna go 86 degrees is opposite to 2.8. So I'm gonna go sine 86 degrees over 2.8 equals, and then I can do either one first. Let's start with A. A is opposite to 1.9, so I'm looking for sine angle A, which is opposite to side length 1.9. And then I'm going to cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to go sine 86 bracket times 1.9, enter, divided by 2.8, enter, and then you get a decimal. So to get that to an angle, right, you always do the second function. So second function sine, we're going to go second answer to use that decimal, and we get 42.6 degrees. Okay, so I'm going to go angle A is 42.6 degrees. All right, and let's do the next one. So we have sine 86 again over 2.8 equals sine B, which is opposite to 2.2. So then I'm looking for angle B, and I'm going to cross multiply and divide again. So I'm going to go sine 86 bracket times 2.2, enter, divided by 2.8, enter, second function sine, second answer, and that gives me 51.6 degrees. So go back to my notes. And I'm going to go 51.6 degrees. Great. Moving on to example 3. So I'm going to draw this out. I have angle A, B, C. Angle A is 49 degrees. Angle B is 57 degrees. Side length A, which is opposite, right, to angle A, is 8. So then when we go to set this up, we are going to, actually in the notes, I think I did change this. This is the value of C we're looking for. So we're going to go sine 49 degrees is opposite to side length 8, and we're looking for angle C. Or side length C, sorry. So to start with, let's find this missing angle, which is angle C. We know angles add up to 180, so we're going to go 180 minus 57 minus 49, and that gives me 74 degrees. So I know this angle right here is 74 degrees, so I'm going to have sine 74 degrees, and then I'm looking for C, which is opposite to that angle. So now we're going to cross multiply and divide. So in our calculator, we're going to type sine 74 bracket times 8, enter, divided by sine 49, and that gives me 10.2. So my answer will be 10.2, and it doesn't give me a measurement like centimeters and meters, so I'll just leave it as 10.2. Okay, example 4. So it says in triangle, here's another one. So draw it out and then just label it. So I got A, B, C, and then I'm going to fill it in. So it says angle A is 30 degrees. Angle B, or side length BC, is 10 units. And side length AC is 15 units. So that's what it's going to look like. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and we're looking for angle B. Or no, angle C. So I'm going to start by finding angle B because I know that it's opposite to that 15. So I have 30 degrees is opposite to the 10 degrees. So I have sine 30 over 10. And then angle B is opposite to 15. So I'm going to set that up to start with. Then I will cross multiply and divide. So in my calculator, I'll go sine 30 times 15 divided by 10. That's going to give me a ratio. To get that as an angle, I'm going to go second function sine, second answer, and that gives me 48.59 degrees. So I'll go ahead and fill that in. So angle B is 48.59 degrees. We're going to just round that to 49. So angle C then is going to just be 180 minus my two angles of 30 degrees and 49 degrees, which gives me 101 degrees as my answer. Great. Okay, so it says the captain of a small boat is delivering supplies to two lighthouses as shown. His compass indicates the lighthouse to his left is northeast 30 degrees, and then to the left is 30 degrees, and then north to the right is 50 degrees. Determine the compass direction he must follow when he leaves B from A. So this is B from A, so this is the angle we're looking for. So in this triangle, that 30 and 50 degrees would form one angle combined together of 80 degrees. That 80 degree angle is opposite to our 12 kilometers. So we're going to use that to help us set up this sine law. So I have sine 80 over 12 kilometers equals, okay, and I'm looking for angle B, which is opposite to 9 kilometers. So sine B over 9 kilometers. Perfect. So I have this all set up, and then I'm just going to cross multiply and divide. So I'm going to go sine 80 times 9 divided by 12. Sine 80 bracket times 9 divided by 12. And then to get the angle, I'm going to go second function sine. Second answer. And that gives me an angle of 47.6 degrees. There you go. Okay, so example 6. How far is the ranger's tower to the fire? So again, if we were to set this up, we can see that the ranger's tower is opposite to the 150. So we're going to go sine 34 degrees is opposite to the 150 feet. And we're looking from the distance between the ranger's tower and the fire. So this is what I'm looking for. I'm going to label it as X. So I can see that's opposite to that 97 degrees. So then from here, I'm going to cross multiply and divide. So I have sine 97, close the bracket, times 150, enter, divided by sine 34, close the bracket, enter, and that gives me 266 feet. All right, so a compass, captain's compass shows a lighthouse A is north to 20 degrees west. So north would be like this way, and then west would be to the left here, right? If we have north, south, east, west, just to remind you of your directions. And that's 20 degrees from the north. And then it's north, so north and then east would be 40 degrees to lighthouse B. Oh, and then I do need to put in here, I have it in your notes, that lighthouse B and A are 12 kilometers, or lighthouse A is 12 kilometers from the boat. So 12 would go right here. There we go. And the lighthouses are 25 kilometers away. So that should be in your notes. I just don't have it on this video. So I have 25 kilometers. Great. So if I add the 20 and the 40 degrees, that gives me 60 degrees to give me that giant angle. And now I can use sine law because I'm looking for the angle B here. So I have sine 60 over the opposite side of 25. Okay. Except for this is 50. I forgot to fix that as well. My bad. So then that actually gives me, now it should match your notes a bit better, 70 degrees. There we go. So that's going to be sine 70 degrees is opposite to the 25. Perfect. Equals sine B over the opposite side, which is 12. Now I'm going to cross multiply and divide. So I'm going sine 70 times 12 divided by 25. And I get 0.45. To get that as an angle, we go second function sine. And we get 26.8 degrees as our answer. So we're going to go ahead and write that out. And there's my final answer.